Yeah, this is crazy, man. So I was just finished eating, and I just recorded my reactions to the Myron Gaines and uh, Officer Tatum debate. And I was waiting to see, and I saw the little meme of Diddy crying, the little drawing of him crying in the courthouse. I know that he sent a letter, I guess, to the judge yesterday. And then he also had during his final testimony, he talked about you know how he's sorry about what happened with Cassie and everything. So the I mean, what I thought was going to be 11 years, that was what they were kind of like throwing the idea out for Diddy. And we get news today that it's going to be 4 years that the Diddler is going to be going to prison. 4 years and 2 months. So I'm curious to know what you guys' opinions on this. I've been kind of following the Diddy case. I watched Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit um, do his coverage on it as well, and I mean, based off if you're someone who's been paying attention closely, Diddy's whole court, his whole his lawyers were trying to say that like they're not gonna deny him, being a bad person, abusing, being a woman beater, all this stuff. They just don't want um the idea of that he is some type of criminal empire, person, the RICO and sex trafficking, children, all these other things. Which again, he was only sentenced because he was only found guilty of the moving the escorts across states, basically. Which, by the way, in itself should have been gone to. If anyone should have been like, found guilty of that, it should have been Cassie because she was the one scheduling all the freak offs, the hotels, the air flight, the flights, everything altogether. She was responsible for that, and she was the one that it was her idea. She was the one conducting everything. Diddy legit was just chilling there, and she would be the one to hire the escort to give him the money. So, um, with that being said, I checked what are like the years that someone who just um beats someone who's like domestic assault is what it's called. They could get like 2 to 20 years depending on how badly the person was hurt, as well as around 10 years, which was more or less what they were trying to aim for Diddy. But this is crazy. This is actually like I'm a bit conflicted on this because it is a win for men in terms of the whole Me Too, Believe All Women movement, because it shows a different side that you know, um, not all women who are, especially Cassie, who's I don't think innocent whatsoever. I mean, yeah, it was horrible. She got beat up by Diddy at the hotel, but she was someone that was conducting in the acts. She was one cheating on him. No, cheating on her ex, and not letting people like Kid Cudi and her husband now know about her situation with Diddy, and she loved being a part of that lifestyle with him, and she was just as bad, and she would be on him too. So, um, and she was the one conducting the freak ops as well. So it's and plus she was paid off, and JD was paying for her rent as well, and she got paid off by Diddy as well as the hotel that, and she didn't mention that in the court case, and she was also she assumed rape. She said that he raped her, but she went back to him, and well, at the same time, her now husband FaceTimed her while she was in bed with Diddy. So her whole story was like contradicting, and it didn't really um, give her any real proof of what was going on. And um, we all know she was doing it for the money. That's basically why she was doing it. But this is again, there's that, but also people will also because I told my sister that she was like the first thing she said was, "Yeah, the industry is corrupt," and this is probably like again for what he was sentenced for. Diddy was going to see like go to prison for the rest of his life. To go to 11 years to now 4 years. That's a whole college diploma or college degree at that point. So those 4 years are going to pass by, and I'm sure that the sentence he's already been serving for like the last year or so will be part of that as well. So um, I'm not rooting for Diddy. I'm not like on his side or anything. I don't think he's a good person. I'm sure that he, destroyed Kid Cudi's car and guilty of a lot of things. But he's a freak for sure. And but they really his Young Thug's lawyer, his whole team did a great job of being able to defend him and kind of see things from a different perspective. Um, and they did the smart choice of trying to say that we're not saying he's innocent about the abuse and all this stuff. He is a degenerate, but that is not illegal to be a degenerate as long as everything's consensual. Even this in itself, I'm sure he's going to just pay off the charges for whatever and then just move on with his life after. So I heard there's some rumors that he's scared in prison. He's not really ready to prison. He's scared for life, but 4 years is better than like what he was supposed to get. Even when he was supposed to get 11 years, I still would have considered that like a win on his team's case, considering the fact that he was supposed to get way more, and the fact he was found not guilty of the RICO, the the what was the other one? The sex trafficking, the all that stuff. The only thing he was found guilty of was like the escort, the prostitution stuff, which again, more Cassie's fault than anything. But he took the fall for it. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on this whole situation. This is honestly just fascinating to me, and I'm not sure. I'm on X, so I'm gonna be really careful what I scroll down to see. A lot of yeah, a lot of people are yeah, this is crazy. So, um this is crazy. So yeah, that's one. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole situation. Um, and see you guys in the next video. I might do a video about the Hamas releasing the hostage situation. And Trump himself just said that he expects Israel to stop the bombing, so that way we could continue the process of peace. So um, let's pray for everyone in the Middle East, and let's pray for peace and hopefully a better tomorrow. So I know President Trump is doing the best he can right now, but I'll talk about that in another video for sure.